Hello, this is a lecture for third-year students of the specialty biology in the discipline microbiology and virology. The topic of the lecture is morphology of bacteria. Lecturer is Kabataeva D.K. The lecture proposes to familiarize students with the size and shapes of bacterial cell. We will consider next questions: size of bacteria and classifying of bacteria according to their shapes. Bacteriology is a major part in microbiology. The prokaryotic kingdom consists of unicellular microscopic microorganisms called bacteria. Bacteria come in a great many sizes and several shapes. Most bacteria range from 0.2 to 2 micrometer in diameter and from 2 to 8 micrometer in length. Shapes of bacteria. Based on the shape of the bacterial cell, bacteria can be mainly classified into four major categories, namely spherical bacteria or coccus, in plural cocci, rod-shaped bacteria or bacillus, in plural bacilli, spiral bacteria, filamentous bacteria. Considering the arrangement of bacteria, they may either be in pairs, in grape-like clusters, or in chains. On an average, the diameter of a spherical bacterial cell ranges between 0.5 and 2 micrometer, and between 0.25 and 1 micrometer for rod-shaped or filamentous bacteria. Spherical bacteria or coccus. These bacteria are round, flattened cells adjacent to each other. They can be found in different arrangements, namely diplococci in pairs, tetrads, arrangement of groups of 4, streptococci in pairs, and staphylococci in clusters. Diplococci bacteria are usually found in pairs as two joined cells. The name originates from the word diplo, meaning double, and coccus, meaning berry. One example of diplococci strains is Moraxella catarrhalis. That is a gram-negative bacterium that causes infection of the respiratory system. Tetrad bacteria. They are formed when the bacterium divides into two planes to form a square of 4 bacteria, called a tetrad. Examples of tetrad-forming bacteria are Aerococcus, a urinary tract pathogen, Pediococcus and Tetragenococcus, both of which ferment foods. Staphylococci bacteria. The term Staphylococcus comes from the word staphyla, meaning grape-like clusters, and coccus, meaning berry. The arrangement of Staphylococci resembles cells aggregating in grape-like structure. These are universally present on mucous membranes and on the skin, usually characterized as gram-positive facultative aerobes. An important example is that of Staphylococcus aureus that is frequently implicated in food poisoning. It is found in the nose, respiratory tract, and on the skin. Streptococci bacteria. The term Streptococcus originates from the word strepta, meaning chains, and coccus, meaning berry. The arrangement of Streptococcus resembles cells in chains attached to one another. This species causes a variety of conditions in humans. An example of Streptococci bacteria is Streptococcus pyogenes, known to cause rheumatic fever, tonsillitis, strep throat, and other respiratory infections. Another example of this bacteria is Streptococcus bovis that causes urinary tract infections. Sәрсен bacteria. These bacteria are usually non-motile with size between 1.8 and 3 micrometer in diameter. This arrangement is formed when bacteria divided into 3 perpendicular planes forming packets of 8 or more cells. It is pathogenic, which is usually implicated in gastrointestinal disorders such as gastroparesis or gastric ulcers. Rod-shaped bacteria can be found in several arrangements such as diploid in pairs, strepta in chains, coca oval, or in palisade arrangements. Diplobacilli bacteria are short rod-shaped bacteria that occur in pairs. As the name suggests, there are 2 individual bacilli arranged side by side with each other. An example of diplobacilli bacteria is Coxella burnetii, which is an intracellular gram-negative pathogen and causes a disease known as Q fever. Streptobacilli bacteria are gram-negative bacteria that occurs as rods in chains. The name Streptobacilli originates from the word strepta, meaning chain, and bacilli, meaning rod-shaped. Species from this genus of bacteria are known to be pathogenic. An example of Streptobacilli bacteria includes Streptobacillus moniliformis, that is a causative agent of rat bite fever. Coccobacilli bacteria. Coccobacilli bacteria are called so because of their shape intermediates between rod-shaped and spherical. They are short rods that can easily be mistaken for spherical bacteria. The species of this genus are pathogenic, causing infections of the vagina like Gardnerella vaginalis. And then the palisade bacteria. This particular arrangement is formed during the process of cell division, when the bacteria or bacilli bend at the area of the division, leading to the formation of palisade-like arrangement. This bacteria resembles a picket fence or Chinese letters. A common example of a palisade bacteria is that of Carniobacterium diphtheria, which is a causative agent of diphtheria. Spiral bacteria. These bacteria are often found in helical or spiral arrangements such as Vibrio, comma-shaped, Spirilla, spiral, and Spirochaetes, rigid helical body. Some spiral bacteria use flagella for movement. Vibrio bacteria. These are comma-shaped, usually gram-negative bacteria which are not completely bent or twisted. They are implicated in food-borne illnesses or disease. The shape of the bacteria resembles a comma. A common example for this species is Vibrio cholera, the causative agent of cholera. Spirilla bacteria. This type of bacteria is a genus of spiral-shaped bacteria that are gram-negative and flagellated. Spirillum minus is an example of Spirilla bacteria that are implicated in rat bite fever. This genus consists of free-living aquatic forms of bacteria such as Aquaspirillum and Ocean Spirillum. Spirochaete bacteria. This arrangement of spiral bacteria resembles long helically coiled cells. They are pathogenic and are known to cause serious diseases in humans. Filamentous bacteria. The filamentous bacteria are long, thin filament-like bacteria that can branch and form networks called mycelium. An example is Candidatus Savagella that is found in the gut of animals like rodents, fish exactly, and can be important to immune development. Apart from these four main categories, there are other word-shaped bacteria, such as the following shapes, namely box-shaped bacteria or rectangular, appendaged bacteria, phlegmomorphic bacteria, star-shaped, sheeted bacteria, stalked bacteria, spindle-shaped, robot-shaped bacteria, and trichome-forming bacteria. In this lecture, you learned that the size of bacteria is very small, that they cannot be seen with the naked eye, and that their forms are very different.